Let me introduce one of the major health issues in Sri Lanka, which is dengue fever. The content of this presentation: what is dengue fever and the global distribution and landmark of dengue epidemiology in Sri Lanka, and what are the preventive actions which can be taken, and what are the challenges we have already faced. Dengue fever is caused by dengue virus, which comes under RNA virus and the family of flavivirus, which is caused by 4 genetically and antigenically different dengue virus serotypes, which are transmitted to humans by mosquitoes. We called Aedes aegypti or Aedes albopictus. Dengue fever can be presented either as dengue fever or dengue hemorrhagic fever. And for this disease, we get serotype specific immunity, which means infection with one dengue virus serotype leads to immunity only against that dengue virus serotype, which means if you get infected with dengue virus 1, you get the immunity against dengue virus 1, but not for dengue virus 2, 3 or 4. So there is possibility for you to get, if you infected with dengue virus 1, there is possibility for you to get the dengue virus 2, 3 or 4 later on your life. And next one, global distribution of dengue virus serotypes. You can see here, in 1970, a very few countries were affected. But in 2011, most of the tropical and subtropical countries were affected. Moving on to the next, why this is spreading over the globe. Due to urbanization, globalization, trade and travel, and lack of vector control. To be honest, 50% of the world population live in areas where dengue virus has the potential to be transmitted. And if I move on to the landmarks of dengue virus in Sri Lanka, the first confirmed case was reported in 1962 and first outbreak in 1965, and the major record epidemic occurred in 89, and which comes under notifiable diseases in 96, and major outbreak occurred in 2009 with more than 35,000 cases and sadly more than 300 deaths. Second major outbreak occurred in 2017 with more than 180,000 cases with more than 300 deaths. And dengue fever and dengue hemorrhagic fever peaks occurs annually in Sri Lanka. There is a pattern between rainfall and dengue epidemics. The first southwestern monsoon commences in late April, and we can see major peak there. And second, northeastern monsoon, which start from October to December, so second peak at the end of the year. So with increase in the number of breeding places for the mosquitoes with the rainfall, and there is a relation between rainfall pattern and dengue fever, dengue hemorrhagic fever outbreaks. I previously explained this, that there was a major outbreak in 2017, and the reason for this major outbreak was change in the dengue virus serotype. Dengue virus 1 for the former serotype which was circulating in the Sri Lanka, but it changed from 1 to 2. 2 was not in the circulation recently, so that is the reason for outbreak, and which is predisposed by heavy rains, disastrous flood, delay or failure in clearing wastewater, so which make potential mosquito breeding places. And vector, which is mosquito, which changed its epidemiology. So they found new breeding places. Formerly they were container breeders, developing clean and organically rich water collections in both natural and artificial containers, but they adapt to lay eggs in blackish water located popular beaches and coastal areas. And what we can do to prevent these vector or mosquito-borne disease? The first one is control in the vector itself. So we can reduce their source or breeding places, and we can use biological such as fish or some chemical control methods to control these mosquitoes. And second one is public awareness. We can aware the public how to eliminate breeding places and how they can keep their own premises, school or workplaces, dengue breeding places free. And third one, implementing feasible, sustainable waste management policies. And what are the challenges we have faced for this health problem? Changing epidemiology of dengue is a threat for its control activities in Sri Lanka. And I think continued surveillance and research is important to detect these changes to take timely actions. For any of the health issues, there are three major factors contribute for it. The first one is prevention and control. For the dengue virus, we can do vaccination, mosquito control, and mosquito repellents. And for the diagnosis, finding out predictors for those who can develop severe disease. And third one, treatments. We can do new research to find out better drugs to cure this disease.